in this video, I'm going to show you how to crochet the super easy messy bun bow hat. This is by far the easiest project that I've ever done. You only need to know how to do a half double crochet, and I will teach you how to do that, as well as make the bow, attach the bow, and you're good to go. So please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. If this video is helpful for you, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed yet, I would love it so much if you subscribed. So for this tutorial, I am using an 8mm crochet hook and the loops and threads Charisma yarn in beige. The ribbing for this hat I've already crocheted, and I'm going to link a tutorial in the description box below, and I'll also try to link it up above, that will show you how to crochet this ribbing. So if you have not watched that yet or don't know how to do this, make sure and go watch that video first, and then come back here and I will show you how to crochet the messy bun bow hat. Okay, so after the ribbing, you're going to chain one, and then all the way around, right after each vertical rib, you're going to do a half double crochet. So a half double is wrap your yarn around your crochet hook, insert your crochet hook, and then you're going to yarn over your crochet hook again and pull that through. And then you're going to wrap your yarn around, yarn over again, and pull it through all three. Okay, so let's do that again. That's yarn over, insert your crochet hook, yarn over again and pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your crochet hook, and then yarn over again and pull through all 3. So yarn over your crochet hook, insert, yarn over again, pull through. That's 3 again, yarn over, pull through. Okay, so we're going to do this all the way around. So pause this video if you want to follow along step by step, and I will meet you back at the end of this first round. Okay, so I am now at the end of that first row of half double crochet, and this is going to be the only time that we connect the beginning and the end of the row with a slip knot. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're just going to insert your crochet hook into that chain, and then you're going to yarn over, pull through both of them. Okay, so now we're going to yarn over and go right into that next row of half double crochet. We're actually going to do 5 more rows of half double crochet. And this is such a beginner friendly pattern that if you are happy with the sizing of your ribbing, then you don't even need to count stitches. You're just simply going to go around 5 more times. And then I'm going to show you, starting on that 7th row, how to start decreasing so that you get that nice fitted hat. But it's literally that easy. It's half double crochets all the way around. And then you'll just decrease, like I said. So I will meet you back at the end of at the end of this row, so that I can show you how to just do one continuous loop instead of doing a slip stitch to connect each row. So I will meet you back at the end of this second row. Okay, so I just finished that second row of half double crochet, and I just wanted to really quickly point out, so since we only did a slip knot and didn't do a chain one to begin this second row, it already doesn't look like there is a distinct beginning and an end to the row. So you're simply just going to continue doing half double crochets all the way around. And we're going to do 4 more rows of this half double crochet. So you don't necessarily need to count your stitches, just keep track of the row that you're on. And I will meet you back at the beginning of the 7th row to show you how to start decreasing to get that fitted hat. So I just finished the 6th row of half double crochet. And now for the 7th through the 10th row, we're going to do 3 half double crochets. We're going to skip a stitch and then move to doing another round of 3 half double crochets and skip a stitch. So we're just going to continue that pattern all the way around. We're going to keep doing continuous loops, and we're going to do that for row 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's 1 half double, 2, 3. I'm going to skip this step, and then we're going to move into another 3 half double. So 1, 2, 3. Skip a stitch again. That's 1, 2, 3. Skip this stitch. 1, 2, 3. Skip this stitch. 1, 2. Actually, that's 1. Now 2 and 3. So it's super easy. It's 3 half doubles, skip a stitch, another 3 half doubles, skip a stitch, and that's all the way around. We're going to do that for 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I will meet you back at the end of the 10th row. Okay, so I am now at the end of the 10th row, and to finish this off, I'm going to do a slip knot in this very last half double crochet that I did. And to do a slip knot, if you remember, you're just going to insert your crochet hook, pull through, and then pull through both. And now to fully finish this off, I'm going to leave a pretty long end, and I'll show you why later. Sorry, I filmed upstairs, and I just had to run downstairs to grab my darning needle. Totally out of breath. And I even ran 3.1 miles today, so I'm not really sure why I am so out of shape. Okay, pull that all the way through and then tighten it. Okay, so this is your messy bun hat. I don't have enough room to show you the full hat. Don't worry about this loose end. I will show you how we will hide that here in a little bit. So now I'm going to move into showing you how to crochet the bow that we're going to put on the back of it. And we're just going to use the exact same yarn, of course. To do a slip knot, put it around 2 fingers and pull that end through. And then insert your crochet hook. And now we're going to chain 25. So to chain, yarn over and pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to do 25 chains, and I will meet you back at the end of that 25th chain to show you how to connect it and move on with that first row of half double crochet. We're going to use the exact same stitch. So I will meet you back here in a little bit. Pause the video if you are following along step by step. Okay, so to connect your chain, you're going to connect it with just a slip stitch. So insert your crochet hook, make sure that this is not twisted. Insert your crochet hook, and then yarn over and pull through both. Okay, so now you're going to chain 1, and then we're going to move on to half double crochet again. So if you remember, it's yarn over, insert your crochet hook, then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3. So I'm going to go through and crochet this first row, and I will meet you back at the end of this first row to show you how to connect the beginning and the end. It's the exact same way that we did with the hat. I just want to make sure to show you again how it's done. And we're going to do 4 rows of this half double crochet, and unlike the hat, we are going to connect the beginning and the end of each row with a slip stitch. So I will meet you back at the end of this first row. Okay, so I'm now at the end of that first row of half double crochet, and I'm going to connect the beginning and the end with a slip knot. So if you remember from the hat tutorial, you're just going to insert your crochet hook, yarn over, pull through both of them. And then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to just go into another row of half double crochet. And we're going to do 3 more rounds exactly like that. So if you are following along step by step, feel free to pause this video until you are finished with those 4 rows of half double crochet. And if not, I will meet you back at the end of that 4th row to show you how to finish the crochet and then make it into a bow and attach it to the hat. Okay, I am now at the end of that 4th row, and to finish it, I'm of course going to connect the beginning and the end of that 4th row with a slip stitch. And then to fully finish it, I'm going to leave a really long end because this end is what we're going to tie around to make it a bow. And then you're going to pull it through this last loop that you have, and this might be really annoying because it's a really long end that you have to pull through. There you go. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it on what will be the right side, and I'm going to wrap it around quite tightly. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think 10 is perfect. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a really long end to this. And I'll show you why in a little bit. But I'm going to tie this end from the beginning chain that we did and this end together to hold this tightly. Okay, so now to connect it, we're going to pull all of these loose ends through this hole right here. It's where the final slip knot was of the hat. Including the loose end from the hat. So all 3 of those loose ends are going to go into that same open space. Okay, so now I'm going to turn my hat inside out and show you how we're going to basically sew this bow onto the hat. It's really hard to see what you're doing. But I'm going to tie all 3 of these together. There you go. And then I'm going to use these longer loose ends to do the actual sewing. So this is just a darning needle that I picked up at Michael's or Joann's. I don't remember where, but I believe that they both have them, and they're just the same place that the crochet hooks and knitting needles are. Okay, so this is a little bit more difficult, but you're just going to feel in here to find the back side of the bow, and then you're going to align it with the top of the hat, and you're just going to do small stitches through these stitches to connect everything. There's no right or wrong way to do this, and it's the inside of the hat, so it doesn't even have to be neat if you don't want it to. And you want there to be some movement, so I wouldn't make it too tight when you're sewing it on. I would just do a couple stitches up at the top, and then also going down the side, and then at the bottom a little bit. But it doesn't have to be anything neat. And use your fingers to just kind of feel where the bow is and to get familiar with where you need to sew. Okay, so before I move on to the next one, I'm going to turn it right side again so I can just make sure that I'm doing it like I want. This side looks great. If you can tell, it's nicely connected. Let me focus that a little bit. So now we're going to do the exact same thing with this side of the bow. So I'm going to turn it inside out again, and we'll keep going. Actually, I'm going to finish out this end and then use this second end to sew the other side. So to hide this, we're just going to go into a couple stitches. Oops, I almost took the thread completely out. And then I like to go back the opposite way, so that it doesn't matter which way the hat is pulled, this loose end will never reveal itself. There you go. Thread this end. So I used to run quite a bit, and ever since we moved to Phoenix, I have kind of fallen out of the habit of running. However, I went running yesterday. I ran a 5K yesterday, and then today I ran a little bit more than a 5K. It wasn't quite 4 miles, but it was a little over 3.1 miles. And I am so sore. I had to run downstairs to get this darning needle. And not only was I out of breath when I got back, but I thought I was going to die as I was going down the stairs and back up. So clearly, 2017, I need to do a little bit more outside running. I go to the gym quite frequently, but I don't actually run outside as much as I used to. And this is going to be my last sewn stitch, and then I'm going to hide the end. Bring it back. I hope I'm not the only one that hides my end in this way. It's just the easiest way. And then this one still needs to be hidden. Okay, for this one we're gonna go straight down. Hope you can see what I'm doing. This one's not that long, so I need to be careful. And like right back up. And there we go. Let's turn it right side out and see what we are left with. All right. Not bad at all. This may be the easiest hat pattern ever. All right, I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And if you have not subscribed yet, make sure to do so. After this tutorial, I'm getting back to regular tutorials. I have a blanket, actually I have 2 blankets coming up. I have a pillow coming up, and yeah. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in my next tutorial.